Seriously.
I just can't help it. I have to stop somewhere. I have to find something to go to. I have to find a game.
He's got every Final Fantasy brand spanking there.
Everyone knows the U.S. is a big state.
Which means we got a lot of games here, and it's our job to find them.
Join us on our epic quest to search for retro games.
And give them a proper home in our game rooms.
On our way home, on the road for literally 10 minutes, and we run out of gas.
Oh man, is that the way game chasing go?
So where's the nearest gas station?
I don't know. Let me find that.
That's why I was looking. I figured we'd get gas once we get to the Walmart.
Melvor's direct deposit came through, so we have enough to get a tank of gas. The problem was getting to the gas station.
So the deal is, we just ran out of gas. We're in the middle of the road. We're about a mile from a gas station, so I guess we walk.
I guess we walk.
I guess we walk.
Just then, when we decide we're about to take off walking, some really good Samaritan didn't know that there was still good people left in this world. Stopped. He's like, get in, you know, I'll take you to a gas station.
So nice for him to, just out of the kindness of his heart, help two strangers. Well, three if you count Melvor, but who wants to do that?
God bless you. God bless you.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you.
At this point, me, Jay, only have about 30 bucks left to our name apiece. So I'm going to call my wife up and ask to use her credit card to get us home.
So you know what that means now, right? We have to go do a good deed.
Yeah. Help some old lady across the street or something. All right. Okay.
Everyone at this point's getting cranky. The car smells like a freaking butt and corn chips. So we're just gonna burn the midnight oil, drive all day, drive all night, get home as quick as we can.
Leaving Magfest, we had a great time. Back on the road, my crotch is full of grime.
Jay riding shotgun, man, we had some fun. Went to DC, but now we gotta run. That's the way game chasing go.
Stringy-haired Melvin, what's that I'm smelling? Billy's nasty ass, I think he passed gas.
Melvin in the backseat, like a champ. I didn't find a game, but I did find a lamp.
Mario, Luigi, Sonic smoking chronic. Daryl's in the backseat, wants to puff on it. The doggo just like smoke, the Weasel's gonna choke. Get the man a coke, I hope he doesn't croak.
Caught you slipping. Running low on gas, I hope that we make it. Only $5, and I'ma take it.
Won't get us far, not in this car. Pull the truck over, I think I see a bar.
No, we can't drink, not on this night. We gotta head home, money's really tight.
Sun's rising, we're just about into Arkansas. We're not giving up on the game chasing just yet.
We'll look up pawn shops in the area.
I just can't help it. I have to stop somewhere. I have to find something to go to. I have to find a game.
Enough places here in Arkansas. We're at a thrift store right now, and the lady has her games priced at basically eBay prices.
Sorry, lady, not for us, not gonna happen. So we take off.
We're going to a pawn shop, and this guy had a ton of Nintendo games. A lot, several hundred of them. But they've been picked over time and time again, and the reason you can tell is that they're all, every single one of them, common titles.
Okay, Okay, cool. If you guys want to look us up before we get there, we're called the Game Chasers.
Still going through Arkansas, and Jay is calling up places. He finds a place called Game Room Trading Post. So it kind of sounds like a retail store, but we have to go see what this place is all about.
We pull up into this town, and you know, it's old school downtown area, small town.
We look over here and we see the place, and you know, there's consoles in the window, and there's a Mario figure, and we're like, finally, at least this place is gonna have some games.
Jackpot.
This place is huge. We're talking a mother load here.
I think we're seriously gonna spend like 3 hours in this place just looking around. This dude's collection is amazing, and he's pretty cheap too.
This dude is so cool. He has been talking to us the whole time we've been here, and this guy has good prices too. He has some good prices.
What are you doing on your Nintendo games?
5 each.
5 each?
All them now. Them over there just are higher.
A little bit more over here? Okay.
Yeah, all them I sell for 5 each. Except for the box now. The box ones I'll sell for 10.
Now this is a retail store, so you're not gonna find $1 games or $2 games. They have to be able to pay rent and keep the lights on, but his prices are completely reasonable.
I was just asking what you're looking for on the price on that, because it says it had 50. It looked like it's been scratched out.
I marked it out. It's not for sale now.
Okay.
I mean, I would sell it for price $100 bill.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff, you'll see. I mean, it says display only. I mean,
Yes.
if somebody offered me enough money, anything for sale.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
Ain't
gotcha.
nothing for sale.
What are you asking on this one?
What's that?
What are you asking on this game?
They're 10 each or 3. I'd sell them 10 each or 3 for 20.
10 or 3 for 20.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 for 20. Okay, awesome.
The guy that runs this store is really awesome. He's a really cool guy. And we found out a little bit of information that the store actually has a little bit of a connection to a store where we're from in Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I went to school there, so.
Okay. He had a video game store over on Highway 303.
Is it Jar Nintendo?
Jar Nintendo?
Do you still know that guy?
I used to buy off him all the time.
Does he have any inventory left? Because I've been trying to find him.
Where he went. He said he went out of the game business. It's George. His name was George.
Yeah, I know.
Did you guys know him?
Yeah,
we used to go there all the
I
time.
used to rent my video games from him when I was like 10 years old.
I'll be damned. I mean, that man. I was over in Hot Springs when I was buying off him. That was 10 years ago at least.
At least, yeah.
But I bought a lot of damn stuff off that guy. Right. I mean, off the old. When he would come out with something new, I'd be there to buy it from him.
Well, I actually been looking for him to try to get him so we can film him on the show, see if he has any inventory left.
He said he's selling flowers or something now. He went in the florist business.
Really?
He got out of the game business. That's the last I heard of him now. That's been a while,
There was a place in Grand Prairie where Billy and I went to school called Jar Nintendo.
Just thinking that some of these games right here on these shelves may have been the actual very games that I rented when I was a child, it's pretty wild.
He's got every Final Fantasy brand spanking new.
Nice.
Except 7. Everyone but 7.
Where are they?
They're in the backgrounds. I will say this, though. I do have a Final Fantasy 7 Black Label sealed.
Do you?
We know what that's worth. That's a $500 bill. I have a Final Fantasy 1 for the old Nintendo. Sealed. It's $700. He said, Lord, these things for years. And believe it or not, people still buy them. That's why he stays in business right there, because people, real collectors, they want to hold the real thing. And I'm damn one to speak of one. Do any of y'all fellas know anything about Star Wars?
Is that the one with Captain Kirk?
Okay, this is actually brand spanking new. There's only one way to find out. If any game, old Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, or 64, if it has a line like this, or a line going this way, that is the only way to tell if they're brand new.
So why didn't we do that?
We should have. We need to.
We should have panhandled the freaking Tinker suit, man.
This guy mentioned he had a back room full of video games and video game paraphernalia, and we asked, can we go take a look at it? And Sure enough, he says, come on back.
Wow. I have never been to a store that has had this much inventory in it. He's got boxes upon boxes of games just overflowing.
What are these boxes?
Seriously.
The Pong machine right there?
We just start rummaging through everything.
Box Sega CD. Where's Playa lives when we need him?
Impresses me the most though is all the boxes, you know? This is not just Sega CDs just laying around. They're in the freaking box.
He's got just box consoles just laying around all over the place like coasters on a coffee table or something. I mean, it's nothing to this dude. Box games, Genesis. He's got Master System games, Nintendo games, Super Nintendo, Atari. It's crazy. Just nuts, the amount of stuff that this man has.
Stunt cycle. There's a stunt cycle. We got someone who was just talking about one of these.
Who was that?
Pat.
Oh yeah, oh it's stunt cycle, yeah.
Look, it's got rubber grips, and you can go forward and not so forward, and that's it.
This right here has made all the hits and misses on this trip worth it. As far as I'm concerned, this place is like a gold mine.
What are those Sega CD games?
Working on it. A lot of stuff to go through in here.
It seems like this guy literally took everything retro in the state of Arkansas and put it in this one shop. And it's awesome.
Like that, Pat?
So at this point, I have about $30 to my name. Jay has about $30 to his name. It's only a matter of finding what to get because we're spending it all here.
What are you looking for on those boxed Sega Genesis? Genocide.
The games or systems? That's a good question I have to ask him. I know Lucy sells a Sega Genesis for $25. Now the box, I'm not really sure. He might sell it for the same price.
If he sells it for the same price, I'd be very, very interested.
So without asking,
yeah,
that's about the only thing I can tell you.
Okay. Well, we'll see what he says.
We could have seriously sat up here for like hours and hours sifting through all this stuff. We just simply don't have the time.
This is right here is a very, very rare Nintendo. It was actually manufactured, only 2 in existence. One was given to Queen Elizabeth, and the other somehow found its way here. But you can see, it's definitely an 01. It's actually worth, believe it or not, $10,000. That's a lot of bills. That's a lot, and it's mint too. You don't usually find them mint. The other one, in England, got destroyed in the Great War.
We're leaving this back area and I see something right at the corner of my eye. I look down, I pick it up, and it's a display sign for Super Nintendo. These signs would hang a lot of times in rental stores, video stores, and this particular one had sun damage on one side. I gotta get this thing. I've got to get this thing.
I'm going to ask about this.
Yes. Take it up there.
I'm going to ask about this.
You see the one I got? It's the original Nintendo one.
Well, hi there. I noticed you have this really awesome sign guy just sitting there.
Just want to know how much.
How much?
A lot of this stuff, y'all, I don't really particularly care to sell it. I mean, what do you give me for it? I mean,
I don't want to insult.
What would be a good price for you to? I mean, you tell me what you give for it. I mean,
well, considering that
it's got, I've had this thing for I don't know how long since Nintendo.
No, I have no idea what the value of these are at all, and I don't want to insult you, but
you ain't going to insult me.
Okay,
So
I'd be willing to go.
No, I can either tell you yes or no.
Okay,
I'd be willing to insult me on nothing in here. I mean,
all right, I'll be willing to go $20 on it.
20, yeah. I'll figure about $40. I'm figuring.
Okay.
If you want to do 30, I'll let you have it. I mean, no, you ain't gonna insult me on nothing in here. You tell me what you think it's worth to you, and I can tell you if I want it or not. I mean,
25.
If it's worth $30, take it with you. I mean, it's up to you. But it is original Super Nintendo sign, though. I can tell you. I mean,
yeah.
And I'm thinking I got a lot of this stuff from George down at JAR Nintendo. Some of this stuff came from him. I mean,
if we can do 25, I'll take it.
For that, take it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Billy made a deal on this sign, and the cool thing is the guy said he wasn't sure, but it possibly may have come from the very video game store that Billy used to shop at as a child, Jar Nintendo.
It just boggles my mind to think that I may actually own the very sign that was hanging in Jar Nintendo.
The very sign that was hanging in the store at the place that I used to rent video games as a kid in another state over 5 hours away. How crazy is that?
I'm looking at some 3DO games. I have none in my collection, actually.
How many do you want?
Right now we're at 2.
You don't pick what you just pick what you like. There doesn't mean
He had them at $10 a piece, and I was like, hey, will you do 2 for 15?
Well, it's help with 2 for 15.
Hey, just because the guys' prices are good, there's always haggle room. Buy in bulk, $30 for all 4 of them. 2 for 15, $7.50 a piece. You can't beat that, I'm happy. Started my 3DO collection. This store is amazing. If you're in Arkansas, go. If you live around Little Rock, it's not far from you, take the drive.
If we're not honest and fair with people, we don't eat. Because it's the customer satisfaction that causes us to make our own income. If we don't do that and treat people fairly, well, we don't make a business.
Next time when we come back to the store, I'm bringing as much money as possible. I mean, I could easily spend a couple of grand in this store and come back with giant boxes of stuff.
Oh, great, another box of useless shit.
Let's go home.
Yes.
Finally back at home, long drive there. 3 days of nothing but fun.
It was a blast hanging out with the guys at RetroWareTV.com.
Rue looks like a scientist.
A trip halfway across the country, finding one game. 3 days in DC, finding one game. And then the whole way back, finding nothing. And maybe 6 hours from DFW, boom, jackpot.
Coming back, being able to get a sign with, you know, such a connection with my childhood and having something that really means a lot to me makes this entire trip completely worth it.
Nah, yeah, I got some questions for y'all. Hey, what was it like? Y'all come home, don't say to me. It's like some super top secret covert operation. 00 not a 7 in the house. It's like, damn, what's going on here? It's like, don't tell the doggo. We had a blast.
It's just the way game chasing go.
Back to my old stomping grounds in Grand Prairie, Texas. So I've decided to take a little trip to my hometown, Grand Prairie, Texas, and see what the old Jar Nintendo building looks like now. I can't remember which actual building it was. It was somewhere in here. Give me a break, it was 20 years ago. Jar Nintendo wasn't just a place where I used to rent video games, it was instrumental in shaping the type of gamer that I am today. I think because, I mean, I first got introduced to Mega Man, one of my favorite series of all time. There are so many games and so many series that I was introduced to through Jar Nintendo. Every time I come here, I'm reminded how much I do not like the place. It's really gone downhill. It used to be a happening place. It's just nothing but vagrants nowadays. And not the cute, charming vagrants like me and Jay. What's fun, we're back in the Texas, we're back on our home turf. Everyone knows that this is a big state. We got a lot of games here. Those games have our names on it, and it's time to get to work. Let's do this.
All right.
When's the last time anybody's seen a book of this?
Just now.